And there's the bell for round one. Punch, counter punch. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The straight right just misses. Which fighter will say no mas? How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4. Come to me.
They got knocked down but didn't stay down. Once again showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
Not the best start, Bob. You know what? The cornerman now is down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Beautiful counter shot. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. That counter punch caught him clean. The straight right just misses. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Talk about Robinson in that last round. Is there any way back into this fight after the beating he has taken so far?
Come on, breathe.
On to the second round. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Well done with that counter shot. The sun is blazing this afternoon, and these two athletes are going to have to find a way to deal with it.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. Want to cool you down, want to ice you back, want to give you instructions in your head, and want to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
Straight right just misses. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Incredible work rate. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter shot lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot...
I'm back on the...
Let's get it started in round 3. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
perfect counter shot. A straight right just misses. They miss with the jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He threw a punch and just got countered. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Good counter punch. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. How about that time counter shot? Nope, that jab not going to score. They exchange punches. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominance.
He's going to be confident.
There's the bell to start round 4. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. Beautiful counter punch. A perfect counter lands. A swing and a miss with that jab. Imagine seeing this punch coming, not being able to do anything about it.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five, six. You all right?
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, getting new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight is going to be over. On to the 5th we go. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Nice counter. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Nice counter punch right up the middle. scores with the counter. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Straight right just misses. Is he going to punch himself out, though? The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on.
Forget it.
There's the bell for round 6. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. And this with that jab. There's a counter shot. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need an. Here comes round 7. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Good counter punching. You'd like to see more jabs. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. goes Teofimo. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin's standing up to that shot.
You're right, Tom.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your blood.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez that last
What
round.
are you doing?
That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fight.
You don't want to lose this fight.
Round 8, and we're off again. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved.
And as we see it again in slow motion, there's no doubt. That body punch right there. It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
Oh, what a shot.